How to get the same level of insane punching power like retired Ippo. Because it is possible to become such a monster naturally. Let me lead you through the steps necessary to develop explosive punching power. First of all, and you may think I'm joking, grip strength. Why grip strength? Because by increasing it you gain forearm strength, wrist stability, hand closing power, and also neurological tension in your arm. That's that explosive fast twitch movement when you throw the punch and your arm turns into a steel beam. The thing is, your punch loses power if your wrist collapses or if your fist is too loose. When you have that strong grip, you can create a solid kinetic chain from your fist to your shoulder. Basically, less kinetic energy leaks out during the punch. That's how you get those heavy hands everybody wants. Ippo literally spent years pulling heavy fishing nets. That kind of workout builds monstrous grip and also forearm strength. Here are some of the best training methods for grip strength. Those will get you a long way. Rope pulling, farmer's carries, towel pull-ups, and of course net pulling, just like Ippo. If you want to go further into the clean execution, you can look up those exercises on YouTube as well. Always better to do it clean so you can avoid injury. And second is rotational core power. This is where the knockout comes from. Punching is a rotational movement, not arm movement. Power travels like a whip. Feet, hips, core, shoulders, arm, and then fist. Your core is the engine in the middle of that entire chain. If the rotation is explosive, the punch is explosive. Simple as that. That's why Ippo's Dempsey roll and his liver blows are so insane. Just straight up murders people with his rotations. He's never just swinging his arms. It's always his entire body launching through the rotation. The best exercises to increase your rotational power are medicine ball rotational throws, Russian twists, landmine twists, and cable rotations. They develop these areas: hip to shoulder torque, core explosiveness, rotational speed, and oblique strength. If you cover these, you'll cause a tornado with your muscles. And number 3 is posterior chain strength, or in professional terms, big booty power. What many don't know is that punches begin from the ground up. When you throw a punch, you literally push against the floor. This creates a ground reaction force. The posterior chain is what converts that force into forward drive and hip rotation. So if your ass is strong, you can push harder from the ground. You get a faster hip snap and stronger body torque. You have to develop your glutes, hamstrings, lower back, and hip extension power. How? Well, I'm glad you asked. These are the best exercises to get that Dempsey roll booty power. Deadlifts, but be careful with too much weight. Start light. Kettlebell swings, hip thrusts, sled pushes, and hill sprints. We saw those more than we can count on Hajime no Ippo. It's the Kamogawa gym special. If you have these covered, your entire body will fling into your opponent like a gazelle. Look at Alex Pereira. Bro has the biggest booty in MMA and punches like a truck. And the 4th area is neck strength. This one is physical but also psychological, because throwing with the full power you've just gained through my training exposes you to counters. A strong neck allows you to absorb impact, maintain balance, and stay aggressive in exchanges, which means you can commit more fully to punches. Ippo is famous for his forward pressure, and although you ideally avoid getting hit, it's not always possible. Sooner or later you're going to eat a punch. That's why neck and chin stability is important so you can throw punches without hesitation. These 3 exercises have you covered here. Wrestler bridges. I know there's some stories about injuries with this exercise, but people who get injured always go overboard. Do these with your body weight alone. Always stabilize and balance with your arms and never overextend your neck. This exercise is way too good to leave out. Ideally do it with a coach present. Next is neck harness training. Again, don't go ham on the weight. Start light and move slowly. And of course, resistance bands. These are low-key a cheat code, man. For any other muscle group too if you want to be creative. Yes, you look like a maniac who escaped the psych ward, but you'll also be strong like a maniac with a thick neck. So to summarize the entire thing into one insight, punching power is not arm strength. A big biceps doesn't mean shit. You have to connect your entire body into one chain of force. Grip stabilizes fist. Core generates rotation. Posterior chain creates ground power. Neck allows full commitment. Ippo's training develops all of these categories. That's why he's such a compact bundle of pure muscle. And you have to remember, always be moderate in your approach. It's better to do clean reps than trying to be tough and cool. Stay explosive and never back down. See you on the next one.